Yo, what you saying? What you saying? Welcome to Views from Police Den. Are we good to go? Welcome to Views from Police Den podcast episode 3. Ladies and gentlemen, right now I'd like to let you understand where we are. We are at the Festival of Lights. This is one of the most amazing, festivals, music festivals in Abuja, Nigeria. It's dope. It's absolutely dope. Like I'm having an amazing time, but we got to work. So, episode 2, we're speaking about the fact that we had Odumodu and Black Bones beef, which was it kind of made some wave, but not really because not really because Odumodu did not reply. I'll be real, the nigga did not reply. So, at the same time, the worst part is right now Odumodu's music is one of the best, like across Nigeria. The guy had a feature with Wizkid, big time. I think I mentioned that when I interviewed, the young in Kabiro. But yeah, so I'm gonna let that die down because for me that's a one bad. Odumodu won that for me. Yo, y'all can kill me, but even though Black Bones came out with some hot bars and shit, but Odumodu didn't reply to that. And I think honestly, like Odumodu won that because he dropped the big ass single. And why I think Odumodu won that is because number one, apart from the single, the single with Wizkid, big time, that's smash. It's killing the music waves. And then you have, well, basically, he didn't reply. Like, what are you gonna do about that? He didn't reply. His album is charting way higher than Black Bones because right now, as I'm talking to you, the only music being played in different clubs is Odumodu stuff. So for me, that warrants the fact that Odumodu won. Like Black Bones' single was not that impactful. It was impactful for a moment, for a very little moment, but it wasn't as impactful, to stop Odumodu's rise per se because Wizkid still works with him, or worked with him because nigga he just dropped the track big time with Wizkid, which is insane. And this after he had Wizkid on his own no, my apologies. Big Time, yeah, Big Time is on his own album. But then he and Wizkid dropped another track. I can't remember the name right now. Forgive me if I'm messing up, but like literally Odumodu won the beef in my view. But that is just to cover up the last episode. Right now we're at the Festival of Lights. We got Spyro on stage right now. If you don't know who Spyro is, who's your guy? That's literally who Spyro is. One of the biggest artists in Nigeria at the moment. He's doing it as he should. He just recently got engaged to a young lady called Jenny, I think. I feel happy for him. He's an artist who's, excuse me, I've been having a good ass time. But he's an artist who's, crossed over from the Christian side of music and is bringing it right over into like the mainstream, but still trying to stay rooted in his faith. And he's had a few kind of controversial moments online where he's been talking about how the R&B music needs more morals grounded in it. I'm sorry if I'm shouting, but we got the performing rhyme behind me, so I've got to make sure y'all can hear me. But I feel so excited about having this. I want to give a shout out first of all. Like I said, this podcast is sponsored by AKA Madu, our one and only Honorable Commissioner for Youth and Sports. He's an incredible guy who believes in innovation and pushing the book, pushing entertainment, pushing out innovative ideas and new ideas, that he knows are gonna be impactful. And the fact he understands that podcasting, though is new in Nigeria and in the entertainment scene in Africa, he understands that it's something that's gonna build and blow up just like it's done across the pond. So the fact that he has faith in it to be able to sponsor this episode, I want to give a shout out to my guy, Mr. Incredible, Honorable Commissioner, aka Madu. I know you're doing an incredible job in your state. following what the governor has put out. I'm sorry, yo guys, this is a dope guy, so I have to give him a shout out. But yeah, so back to the episode. Okay, so now what do we have going on? We've got a bit of Burna Boy, Burna Boy kicking out um, someone. What's the word? Well, I say someone who paid for a ticket to his show. No, someone who attended the show. Apparently, this person was asleep. A fan who paid for a ticket and went to the show was asleep, and he kicked the person out. Now, understand this, yeah. I get what everyone is saying. Burna is getting a lot of heat. He's getting a lot of heat. They're talking about the fact that he's cancelled all his shows, apparently, in the US. And, he sponsored the funeral of an unfortunate death of an individual recently in the US. So he's trying his best to come across to his fans as a genuine nice guy. And this brings me to my topic of grace. We need grace in everything we do. Now, I don't really understand. Well, no, I can't say that. I do understand the heat Burna is getting. I do get it. The fact that, you got your fan that loves you so much and probably saved up out of their work earnings to buy your tickets, come watch you, and they might be going through whatever at that moment, or they may be ill, regardless of that particular person, but it could be anyone else. They could be ill, they may be having something going on, and they kind of just take a nap. They can't control it at the moment. You have to understand that, but like that, people go through stuff. So I understand where people, the anger and why the Burna, kick out this fan, and everything that's going on with this person. But I preach grace. I ask for grace. I ask for grace in everything, and you have to understand. Just like you're trying to figure out what's going on with the fan, we're trying to figure out. Burna might be going through something. He might have had a really bad day. Look, I'm not trying to kiss her ass. I'm bringing in perspective, a different perspective into this. He might have had a bad day, at before he went to the concert. He might have had a really horrible day while he's trying to, before he was able to perform, and he was in such a shit mood, but he decided that he had to give his best for his fans. And getting on stage, regardless of what was going on with him, he gave his 120%, and then seeing that threw him off, and in that moment he just snapped. I'm not trying to excuse Burna Boy's behavior, but everyone is human. That's why I'm preaching grace. He didn't understand what's going on with that person, just like we don't understand what's going on with Burna Boy. He may have had so many other things going on. Do you understand? So I feel like the heat he's getting, understandably so, but I preach grace. You don't know what's going on with Burna Boy. I haven't gone on Twitter, X. I haven't kept up with the trend. Maybe someone has put out, this is what's going on with Burna Boy at the moment, and that's why. But honestly, I'm like, yo, you have to give someone grace till the facts come out. And I'm not sure we'll ever get the facts on that. Just like we're preaching grace, because we don't really know what's going on with the fan. Because, okay, I'm going to put it in perspective for you guys. This might be apples and oranges. Some people might say, yo, it's apples and oranges, so why the hell am I even saying it? But then, in the WNBA, this is the Women's National Basketball Association, the National Basketball League. The women literally, they're playing, they got an amazing league. I love it. It's an incredible league. Really, really good. I'm not trying to imitate Trump, by the way. No, I actually really like it. AJ Wilson, an amazing MVP. She's killing it. So trust me, I watch my sports. So basically, the reason I bring up the WNBA is something trending online, where some guy who got tickets, floor tickets in the WNBA, will go there with a pillow and a duvet, and his bonnet and then sleep on the like fall asleep. I think it happened a couple of times, and then the WNBA kicked him out, banned him from coming. Like, so in that it might be apple and oranges. I understand that, but you kind of see where someone is giving you a service and you're asleep. They don't want you there because that messes with their work ethic, with what they're trying to present to everyone else. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not defending Burna Boy. All I'm saying is I'm preaching grace. So you're just try and understand. I'm sorry, man. Like, you know, I'm late. If I'm saying American, no vex. I'm just late right now. It's a great event. Spyro is killing it on stage. I don't think I'll be able to get him on, unfortunately. But I was able to get a sound bite from OG ABBAH, where he was able to just, thank his fans for stuff. And a young guy called Kabiru, who has a lot of promise, and I feel like you all should listen to him. Yeah, but back to Burner. So yeah, I'm just preaching grace on Burner, man. I feel like you all should just, take a chill pill on Burner. Just give him grace. Just grace. Yeah, he's canceled the shows. He paid for, the funeral. He's trying his best, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Please, so just take some time, and think of things from his perspective. What could he have been going through? That's just what I'm gonna say on that topic. I'm not gonna go through it too much. So I'm gonna go like, what's going on in the world today. Uh, but for real, like that burner shit is crazy. Like that guy he really kicked out people. Like, I still can't believe that he did that. Like, if I'm like, I actually can't believe that he did that. That's just wild. Yeah, but in terms of new music, uh, Maven Maven introduced a new guy. Hold up, let me get his name. Uh, I think I'm not sure if it's Boy Spice, but I think it's Boy Spice, a new Maven artist. So he dropped a new single. You know, he was signed in April, but he dropped a new single with the whole gang. I've not listened to it, but I think I trust Don Jazzy, because Don Jazzy has always been really good with his selection of artists, and he's always been successful with them, right from Mohit, where he had the band, he had the Prince, he had K Switch, Wanda Cole, the whole gang. So he's always been really, really good. And then he went on to Maven, where he had Tiwa Savage. He's got Rema, who is, I think, signed under the Prince as well. I don't really know how that works out, but I know he's also signed to Don Jazzy, but I think he's also signed to the Prince, or the Prince brought him to Don Jazzy. I'm not really sure. But you've got that. You've got, obviously, the amazing what's her name, Star, Ayo Star. Uh, he had Tiwa Savage for a while. He's got a plethora. He's got Ladipo, Johnny Drill. So he's got Don Jazzy's always been amazing with his artists. So I know, and I'm sure that um, this guy is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I'm gonna check him out. When I do, I'll let you guys know what I think. But I was just talking about Maven because I'm really excited about so far, like how far they've come. Maven has come like so far, guys. Like, honestly, Rema is breaking. Rema and our star. I can't just say Rema. Rema and our star are breaking. You know, I don't even know the word to use, but they're literally taking things out of the norm in Nigeria, like Africa in general. for the new generation. And I'm really, really excited to see and witness that. You have Star chilling with Rihanna. I think it was a fashion show. I'm not sure, or a concert. You know, she had that, and then she had a great show. She's been touring. You have Rema. Rema is literally in different countries. Indians are paying him stupid money to come perform. So Maven has been the beacon, like just like Mohit was the beacon in his generation. Maven, I think, has been the beacon of this generation. But obviously, you've got Olamide, who's got his own label with Ashake, who's got Ashake. Talking about Ashake, Ashake, you are a different beast. Ashake is different. Ashake is someone who has been able to, no, yeah, he's been able to capitalize on his sound and build, promote, and push it, which is different. Generally, just Yoruba. Yeah, he puts a bit of trap, a bit of hip hop, but he's not necessarily, pushing anything mainstream. He's stuck in literally in his norm, which is Afro beats and the talking drum, the traditional stuff, which is incredible. Like I honestly cannot fault or say anything. Like Ashake has made it, like his build of Asha. Asha worked for Ashake to run. Now, for you guys who don't know who Asha is, sorry, excuse me. Asha is Asha is our Asha is all right, all right, all right. So we're back. I have to blame Victor. Victor is my cinematographer. He handles the camera. Look, it's not my fault. I've been sipping on some rosé. Victor is laughing at me. Anyway, Victor's light stopped when I was working, so it's not my fault, guys. So anyway, yeah, I was saying Asha walked for Ashake to run. And what I mean by that, if you guys don't know who Asha is an incredible Nigerian-born artist who sings like indie music, kind of. She's really with a guitar, and she's really stuck on that. And but she speaks true in her music. She's very, very deep, very, very deep. She's kind of like our Erica Badu over here in Nigeria, kind of in terms of her music, So, but she's very Yoruba-ish. She's very traditional, very cultural, and most of her music is in her natural tongue, which is Yoruba. And she was able to cross over from Nigeria into France, with her music. So having that, I'm sorry, they're trying to signal me to pull an artist in, but I don't think we need that. We're a podcast who grows off our views and our topics. Our artist gets here in time, but cool. So anyway, so I was saying she was able to cross over into France, into like not mainstream, but into France. I think they really appreciated that kind of music, and that made it easier for them to be able to do that, and it's actually it made it easier for her to be able to do that, like with how much they appreciated her music. And she was the first step out for Yoruba, apart from Fela, obviously. Fela is the godfather of Afrobeats. I'm not taking that from him. I'm talking about the traditional, really, really stuck in, Yoruba music that I listen to. I've not listened to Fela enough to be able to decide, but Fela broke, the norm, mainstream with Yoruba music, Afrobeats. He's generally known as the grandfather of Afrobeats. But for me, the person who really made Yoruba a breakthrough, apart from Nigeria, into the European space was Asha, or is Asha. And then you have Ashake. And it's so crazy that you have Ashake, but yeah, you have Ashake who's taking it now and put it on a different level. He's doing house, R&B, like he's hip hop now. Like, yeah. Anyway, so Ashake and Wizkid have a album coming out very soon, and it's going to be, apparently they say it's our Christmas gift. Baba Nla, Wizkid, thank you very much. I appreciate you. We thank you for the Christmas gift. But Wizkid has been dropping bangers. He dropped a track with Mabel called Money Constant. I love that song. Money Constant is a dope track. My brother is so upset every time I play that track. He's like, bro, like I'm tired. Like, why you keep playing this thing? But I really like it. And then getting paid. That's Wizkid, SARS. I think DJ Tunes as well is on that. I think DJ Tunes is on the Money Constant with DJ Moforisa. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if DJ, but I think DJ Tunes is on that as well. But there's a track getting paid. SARS, Wizkid. I think it's produced by SARS. SARS is a Nigerian producer who's really, really huge. So that's a dope track. Wizkid is just dropping tracks for Christmas. So I'm loving his vibe. Wizkid, Babanla, dope vibe, dope music. This podcast is basically about, music, Nigerian entertainment, Nigerian music, the new stuff that's coming out, my view on it, my opinion, and sort of trending topics as well. So yeah, Wizkid is really coming out hot with what he's coming out with the new music so far, and the album that he has coming out with Ashake as well. He promises it's gonna be a banger, so I'm excited to see that and expect to listen to it as well. Then new music, new music. I don't know. I'm not really listening to Tiwa's album as of late, actually, but I think I might. I'll give that a listen to. She said it was more R&B. Yo, you guys, hop in the comments. Tell me what you think about Tiwa's album. If you listen to it though, I haven't. I want to go give that a listen to, so I can figure out. Because I really like Tiwa. She's the queen of Afrobeats, and her whole thing on Breakfast Club with Tyler, talking about trying to defend Tyler, like she explained, it was all from an innocent perspective. So y'all should chill. But yeah, back to Tiwa's album. I really liked the track with Skepta. That was a good one. Can't remember the name right now, but I'm gonna give her album a proper listen to probably tomorrow. The next podcast, I'll give you my view on it. That'll be episode 4. But for this episode, I haven't listened to it, so I still have I can't give you a proper perspective on that yet. But there's been really good music that's been out, this last few months. Sorry, excuse me. We've got, like I said, we've got Tiwa. Tiwa dropped the album. Odumodu dropped Industry Machine. We had, Black Bones with, I've forgotten the name of his album. Now we've got Wizkid coming through. We've got what's this man's name? Uh, I think Zlatan dropped an album as well, but that was earlier on in the year. Davido, I think Davido might drop one. Looking like he might drop an album, but we're not sure. He's still on his 5 album tour. Literally, he did that I think he did that a few months ago, and he's doing a show in Abuja here in a couple of weeks. So I'm not sure if he's going to drop anything new, but we've got new albums, we've got new music. We've got the Northern Wave, OG ABBAH. That's actually crazy. Like looking at that and looking at how that's coming along and how that's pushing. So it's really been a dope vibe seeing the Northern music be able to grow and come into his own first class. Someone else I listen to. And then who else? Who else have we got that's dropped some new music recently? Um, hmm. Yeah, well, like Afrobeats is really, really doing its thing though. Like, no, don't be upset with me. Like, there's so much music every day. Like, how am I supposed to keep up? But the main ones like Wizkid coming out with his track, and then the album is gonna be out on the 25th. That's gonna be straight fire. I know I'm excited to listen to that one. And then but I do have something I want to talk about, and that's literally gonna be Two Face. Now, look, I'm not trying to put in no issues or nothing, but Two Baba, like you left Annie, you're with I think Natasha, and bro, you get arrested. Like Annie never got you arrested. I'm just saying, like that's just wild. So I know like you all been talking about Two Face online, and it's not possible. I can't do this without talking about Two Face. So Two Baba, look, no disrespect, OG, but like you can't just come online and say that we should pray for you and you are hoping that everything is going to be all right. Like your breakup with your wife Annie, your ex, was so public, and then you move on to someone else called Natasha, and everyone is, you have, so many sides, and that's cool. But then the new person you're with gets you arrested. Like that's just jokes, OG. Like I don't even know. I'm trying my best not to talk about it, but I have to. Like that's just ridiculous, So, did you really? Is it like, from frying pan to fire, or like, because there's no greener pasture really? I don't know, Sha. But man, that was wild. Seeing Two Face in handcuffs, and like in the UK being led away. I was like, bruh. I was like, nah. Like, this is my OG. Like, African Queen. Are you kidding me? Nah, nah, nah. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't actually believe it. But it's life. He didn't really, like, Two Face didn't really go into any detail as to what had happened. And Natasha didn't say anything. But his wife, his current wife, Natasha, I think she's a House of Reps member for a state. I can't remember right now. And the House of Representatives, for those who don't know, are a governing body, or not governing body per se, but they're kind of like the Senate of the state. So they kind of help the governor, you know, um, govern the state per se, approve bills and whatnot. And Natasha being part of that, she's been called to to an inquiry as to her behavior online, which has brought unnecessary attention to the House of Representatives as a whole. So she has that to face, obviously, because she's a political figure, and the whole issue with her and Two Face going online. So, man, it's wild when you're like, two big people, and then you have, because Two Face has like, nigga, he was in Cops Boy, and then like obviously that's going over online. Then she has this going on with her political life, and she's being called to an inquiry where she has to answer to her behavior online per se. So really, like, man, right now I don't know what's going on online. Social media is crazy. Then you have Burna Boy. Burna Boy is chasing people from his show. I don't even understand with my Nigerian celebrities. That's why I like Baba Nla, Big Wiz. No issue. Just give me good music, you calm down, you disappear. I see you, you're chilling, smoking your Igbo, do your show, on a good vibe, but don't do drugs. Kids, don't do drugs. But that's what I use for inspiration. But I like his vibe, that's what he is as an artist. But so I like that, he doesn't have any real social media beef except him and Davido. They go one to one to once. But it's more or less their entourage. Talking about entourage, so that's how DJ Tunes went to go and look for trouble. DJ Tunes posted up a video, I think on his story, Instagram or Snapchat, I'm not sure which, and it's a video of Israel DMW. Now, for those who don't know Israel DMW, he is the manager of Davido. I think he's his road manager as well, handles everything Davido. So DMW was trying to get into the building. There were a lot of crowd, all that, obviously. And next thing, Davido, I won't say slaps him, but hits him on the chest. And it's like, yo, wait. Do your things to get wahala. But yeah, so in the video, Davido hits Israel on the chest, and it's like, wait, Joe, which is like, wait, wait for me to pass first. So DJ Tiz is like, I've got in the comments like some, but next thing Israel just goes off like, fuck you, da 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 da, and it's just insane where you're like, yo, bro, I was like, why? So this is literally where I feel like Wizkid doesn't really have problems, but then you have his entourage or his guys, DJ Tunes. But DJ Tunes, I won't say DJ Tunes is an entourage because he's a big ass artist on his own. He does his thing, which is amazing. You know, not an artist, but he's a DJ, producer as well. Big ass across Africa. He has his show on Apple as well. But like these are the people that bring the issues because Wizkid did not say anything. But then Tunes has got to go and send this one. The next thing you see the video start paraing that why is Tunes dropping a video of him hitting Israel. So it's all this, you know, but still that was insane. That was really, really funny having that, you know. But yeah, we've got crazy things going on in the entertainment industry, but good music has been dropping. I'll really say you all should check out the Northern Vibe, OG ABBAH, First Class, really, really good. Look out for Wizkid's new music that's coming out, and his new album with Ashake. That's really, really gonna be great. I'm so excited to have that, to listen to that, you know. And obviously, we have our merch that's coming very soon. Views from Police Dance merchandise, T-shirts are dropping very, very soon. We have a lot of stuff going down the line. And right now, like I said, this is the first Nigerian podcast at the music festival. Can you imagine? This is our third episode, guys. Please like, subscribe, share. Y'all make sure you tune in. We're gonna do bigger and better things. Episode 4 is gonna be about other, you know, topics. I'm gonna actually take my time to review Odumodu's music, review Black Bones music, so I can give you, even though it's done like I said, but at least give you a little bit of my take on their albums, and then review the music that is out, the new albums that are out, and then we'll see who is setting the trend and who's coming out hot. Maven Records, you guys are doing the dopest stuff. Don Jazzy, real good music coming out from you so far. Real good. The show with Johnny Drill was really good. I went for that. That was really good. You know, y'all should have had me do my podcast there though. But still, really good stuff. I see the future of Afrobeats, Nigerian entertainment is going to be incredible. But yeah, I'm signing out right now. It's your host, Paul Angya Jr. We've had OG ABBAH on the show. We've had Kabiro. We're right now at the Festival of Lights. Shout out to Ike Ekwe Madu. Shout out to Eddie Madeki, the OG. Shout out to Festival of Lights. Shout out to iBlend for making this happen. Shout out to Excel Creatives. You know, that's the platform I'm working with. You know, they got the whole platform, everything set up. I stressed them out. You know, even though Victor Victor made mistakes with my light, boys, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following. Thank you for supporting. Your likes, your shares, your comments, everything makes this better. Makes me go and makes me go harder and drop more stuff. I really appreciate you guys. Please support the podcast. Follow us on all social media platforms at Police Den Pod or Views from Police Den Podcast is going to come up. Twitter, Instagram, every single where. Look out for our podcast on, you know, every single platform, Spotify, YouTube, you know what it is. Much love, guys. I'm signing out. Bruh. Cheers, people. Thank you. Your fans, how you feel about your, like, you know, your performance? You know, how does it feel in front of your Abuja crowd? To be honest, you know.
Yo, I feel so crazy, man. I don't expect fans go choke like that. I feel so
Yeah,
crazy, man.
nah, bro. Like
Yo,
your fans love your single. Why you all like, bro? Like, bro, it's banging out in the streets. What I mean in the streets, I mean from everywhere, from Nigeria out to the fucking out of the country, bro. Like, how does that feel for you, man?
now God did. I just dey feel okay. Now I don't say everything. Now God did, man.
Bro, now
I
God
feel so
did, man.
happy. I say
Yo,
first house song where it's trending everywhere. So
yes.
I just want
You
to say
know,
thank you, Allah. Now God, Allah, yo.
yeah, you know, how does it feel like you that's you OG ABBA First Class. You guys are moving the trend now, like you said, Hausa music. You are doing something that is different. It's not happened before in a long time. Where you have Hausa music in the forefront of Nigeria, West Africa, busting out. How does that feel for you, stepping out, making it happen?
Yeah, I feel nothing because I not be anything, bro.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Bro, I know you just came out from, you know, performing a great performance. I have to say I watched it. It was really amazing. Let me not keep you on here, but this is Views from Police Den. We appreciate what you're doing for house and music, how you are pushing the trend, how you are making things happen. Thank you very much. What do you have to say for people, all your fans?
One love, one love. I made them keep anticipating. EP is dropping December. So
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice one, nice one.